Hello, welcome back, it's great to see you. Today's video is a quick VR for the lovely Sam, who is the Scottish crafter here on YouTube. She has recently hit 2,500 subscribers, which is incredible, so congratulations. And she is doing a giveaway called Road to 3K. I will make sure to link the giveaway video down below if you want to enter. You have until the end of February to send your entries in, so you should still have a decent amount of time to make something and get it sent over there. So to enter all the details on her video, as I said, I will link it. Basically, you need to be 18 plus. This is open to international subscribers as well as the UK, so wherever you're from, head over. It's well worth checking out her channel. She makes some fantastic things. She's really down to earth and chatty and lovely, so you won't regret going over there and subscribing. To be entered, there's a few other bits you need to do, answer some questions on her video, but also you need to send her something, and it can be anything. So I have heard that she is a fan of Disney, hence these little Disney cards before me, which I will show you in a second. You have until the end of Feb to send your entries in, so you've got loads of time, and I thought I'd just show you what I've made here to send to her. So these two cards I have made using the Simple Stories, I think it's Say Cheese is what the collection's called. Now this is something a bit different for me. I have never been a card maker. I don't think I've ever even made cards before, but a friend of mine who has recently got back into scrapbooking, she said it's a great way to use up your papers and your supplies, and I thought I'd give it a go, and now I am hooked. I've made so many cards in the last month or so, it's ridiculous. So this originally started as an idea for a way to use up your scraps, because I had so many scraps, it's ridiculous. And I just wanted some fun ways to use them up. So we'll start off with this card. Just a quick apology in case you can hear any background noise. My dog is actually wandering around in here, so I'm hoping you can't hear that, but if you can, I apologise. This is the first card that I made. I wanted a way to use up these strips of cardstock that I had, and this blue piece, which is the background, actually wasn't big enough to fill the whole rectangle. So what you can't see is I've hidden the sort of empty parts under these, so there isn't actually blue cardstock behind these strips, which you wouldn't know unless I'd told you, so I think that worked out pretty well. All I did was use a small amount of double-sided tape to stick down these strips. I tried to keep it central because I knew I wanted to sew. My sewing machine is great for paper, but not for sewing through adhesive. Double-sided tape just ruins the needle and it splits the thread and it's awful. Which is why I've gone for the 2 strips of stitching rather than the 1 to sort of avoid the adhesive, but actually it worked out really cute. Then once I'd done that, I just sort of ran my finger along to lift up these bits to give it a bit of texture. I cut the congrats on my Cricut using a free Disney style font. So that's what this one is. And then here I just used some star sequins and then some rhinestones and some glitter card, which I've cut with a punch. Lined them all up in similar but different patterns and then stitched along so look, they were hanging from the top. So I was quite happy with how that one turned out. Not something that I've done before, but I am obsessed with stitching everything, so hopefully she likes that one. Then I've got this one. I have actually been thinking of filming a tutorial to show you how to make this sort of shaker card, so if you'd like to see that, do let me know below. But if I just try and spread those out a bit. This is just torn paper strips that I've stitched. I've got some zigzag stitching here. Hopefully you can see that. And then I've stitched around the edge. I've got some red tulle covering this shaker pocket, and then just all different sequins in there. The gold ones, the clear ones, and the black and white stripe are all from AliExpress. The white stars I think are from Factory Shop, but they're very old, so I'm not entirely sure. Then I cut this word celebrate on my Cricut. It's a font that I had already, and I just moved the letters closer together so they were touching completely and welded it. That way it came out as one complete piece, because although I like this card, it's much harder to have the individual letters than it is to have a whole word like this. Also, when you have the whole word, you can size it much easier. So the gold foil cardstock, which isn't showing up that great, I apologise, is actually on foam dots, so it stands up quite a lot more. I don't know if I can show you that. Maybe like that, can you see? stands up a bit further, and then behind it I've got the same word but cut in black cardstock. That one is sized slightly smaller so that it pokes out at the edges and you can see it. Both of the cards are lined on the inside on this side with just some plain card because I did stitch directly onto the front. If I'd have thought about it, I probably would have stitched onto like a background piece and then stuck that on because it leaves the inside of the card a lot cleaner, but I'd already moved on from there, so I stitched directly on the card, and just to cover that, use the cardstock, which works pretty well. I actually forgot to mention that I did add some bling onto this one. So I've got these gold stars which are from the range, these clear ones from the range as well, and then just an individual gem on each side. Those are the two projects that I'm going to send her. I might add a few more bits in, but I don't want to spoil the surprise too much. So make sure to head over to Sam's video, give her all the love in the world and support the giveaway. Share it, make a VR if you can, if you're on YouTube, on Instagram, wherever you are. It would be great to get her to 3K. While you're here, don't forget to like, subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I post more crafty videos. Catch you next time, guys. Bye!